Hey everybody out there, it's Timothy here with Mana Rocks, and we are going to be jumping into another Ravnica Allegiance draft on Magic Arena. We have done, I think, 2 drafts for the channel so far. I believe I drafted Gruul in the first one, and a pretty subpar Azorius deck in the last one. I believe I went 3 and 2. It wasn't a great Azorius deck, no real bombs, not really splashing for anything, just hoping to get there with evasive creatures, and it only kind of got there. I think the bots have been adjusted since I last drafted while recording, so we might not see any super late Rhythm of the Wilds this time. And I think the gate deck has been adjusted as well. Not that I've forced that, but let's go ahead and see what we can get into here. Starting off with Shockland. Well, this isn't real life, so I don't have to take that. It's really hard for me to pass Savage Smash. This card is a beating, and I really like Colossus Collision as well. Gateway Sneak would be a really nice way to start off a draft. I think Savage Smash is the most rawly powerful card here. Gruul's fairly easy to draft. You pick up all the gold creatures and basically anything that lets you curve out. This pack's got a lot of stinkers in it, though. Both these white cards here, Thurston Shade. Volley's a good sideboard card. Locket, Petitioner. Maybe at some point I'll force this Petitioner deck, but will not be today. I'm going to take the Savage Smash over the Gateway Sneak. Ooh, Teysa. Well, I really like Light Up the Stage. Had we taken the Sneak, we could take Colossus. I mean, shoot, we could still take Colossus. So I think Teysa is really cool, but the ability actually doesn't even come up that often. Teysa is a little bit awkward. It is kind of interesting that the bot passed that, though, right? They took an uncommon over Teysa, which means they're less likely to draft Orzhov. I guess they might take, like, Mortify or something like that, which would be really awkward. In fact, I think you probably should take Mortify. Kind of torn between this. I think Light Up the Stage is really good, but I'm going to take the Colossus and let's see if we can draft Gates here, I guess. Not forcing it necessarily, but in a pack like this, I guess there's Soraform Hybrid. There's also Gruul Guildgate. Maybe we try to wheel the Gates. I'm not exactly sure the order you're supposed to do these, but I'm going to take the, subpar 2-drop. Did I say subpar? Never mind. This card's great. I don't know why I said subpar. This card's awesome. Gate Colossus. You really don't need that many gates in your deck. You don't need to go all in on gates. If you have somewhere around 4-ish, 5-ish, then Gate Colossus is going to be just fine. 2 kind of bust on-color uncommons here. There's Axebane Beast, Stony Strength, and Goreclan Wrecker, which are all playables, but not exactly exciting. And then there's a super off-color Guildgate. Do you think I'm still just supposed to take one of these cards here? Savage Smash is pretty good with Axebane Beast. I want a really high number of creatures if I end up being a Gruul deck with Savage Smash and fight spells. I think I'm just going to take the Wrecker, I guess. There's some random +1 counter synergies. Rubble Belt Runner and Titanic Brawl here. Titanic Brawl is much, much worse than Savage Smash, even though it's an instant. Might take the Runner over it. Simic Guildgate getting passed up there. Steeple Creeper's fine. Bunch of white cards here. Ill-Gotten Inheritance I think is really good, but super overrated by people. And then there's Gruul Guildgate. I'm just going to snap up Guildgate here. And I guess Rendhorn, Rampage and Rendhorn. We're seeing a decent number of red and green creatures coming around. Footlight Fiend is a card I don't mind playing, but we're going to take Rendhorn here. Ooh, Collision Colossus wheeled, as did Gateway Sneak. That's kind of surprising, but I'm going to take Collision Colossus. It is worth noting that the bots did not think that Gateway Sneak was worth taking here. And keep in mind, Gateway Sneak doesn't need to be in a gate deck for it to be awesome. It's playable in just a blue deck like Azorius or Simic will probably play this card, but it gets better with gates. I'm going to take the kind of messed up pump spell here, follow up with either Volley or Rakdos Guildgate. Volley is a great sideboard card, but I'm going to take the Guildgate. And Brush Strider, worse Brush Strider, which is saying a lot. Locket or Scuttlegator. I really don't love Scuttlegator, so I'm going to take Brush Strider, which I also don't really love. Follow that up with another Gruul Guildgate. Nice that we're wheeling a bunch of green and red cards, even though they're not the best. Also Macabre Mockery, which I think is underrated. Okay, we have Axebane Beast and Stony Strength. So far we have 2, well, I guess we only have 1 combat trick, right? Collision Colossus, but we don't need too many, so I'm going to pick up the creature. Another Axebane Beast, bunch of Simic cards. I really don't care for Incubation Incongruity very much. Incubation as a card is just not the type of card I normally play. Scuttlegator sucks, though, so we'll take Axebane Beast. Ooh, Steeple Creeper came back. I don't mind Steeple Creeper. It'd be better if we had, like, a random Simic Guildgate. Here's that Precognitive Perception again, which I think is good, but we're not going to force colors or anything. Blade Juggler in the pack, Skewer the Critics, Savage Smash, Brush Strider, Simic Guildgate. Cards I'm looking at. Terramander is also a little bit of an overperformer for me. I'm going to just take another Savage Smash over Skewer here. Skewer is great and reliable. Savage Smash is the type of spell that sometimes it's unreliable, but when you do get to cast it, you just destroy your opponent. Here we have actually a pretty interesting choice. I think I'm going to rule out the 3 creatures here. Clan Guildmage is obviously on color and pretty good. I think people underrate that this can just stop blockers. But there's also Clear the Stage, which is a lot better as a splash. Currently 2 creatures that it works with. 3 creatures that it works with, the Steeple Creeper. Clear the Stage is really nice, and it gives us card advantage we might not otherwise have, so I'm actually kind of leaning towards that over the Clan Guildmage. Ooh, Flames of the Fireboar. Razeboar. I haven't really had a chance to play this. This is another card that cares about you having a 4-power creature on board. If you don't, it's 6 mana instant, deal 4 to a creature, which is pretty poor. Kind of on par with Consigned to the Pit. But if you do have a 4-power creature on board, which we have a couple of, it deals 2 damage to all their other creatures. Note that it can be fizzled if they kill their own creature or sacrifice it in response or something like that. You don't get the 2 damage on their other creatures, but it's going to be my pick here. Growth Chamber Guardian as well. Wow, this pack is absurd. Oh, wow. So there's, just starting from the bottom, Guildgate, Boar, Sorrowform, Recluse. Don't care too much about these. And then Rhythm, Enraged Ceratok, and Growth Chamber Guardian are all great. I don't even know. I'm going to wheel something, right? Even if it's one of these 3 creatures, I'm going to wheel something. I think I'm supposed to just take Growth Chamber Guardian and have a really strong 2-drop, but both of these uncommons are great as well. Maybe we will Rhythm. Maybe the bots haven't been adjusted and they still think Rhythm is not worth taking. We'll see. Another Guildgate, also an Open the Gates, as well as a Solana Wayfinder. Smeltwort Ingus is not really what I want for this deck. And then we'll wheel all the Rebel Slingers we want. Currently 3 Guildgates I can play if you include the Rakdos Guildgate, so I don't think I need Open the Gates. I'm probably just going to take Solana Wayfinder, which, again, can help make sure we hit 2 drops, help us keep riskier hands, so on and so forth. Gravelhide Boar and Rumble and Ruin. Couple expensive cards already. Rumble and Ruin is the type of card that turns on Flames of the Razeboar and Clear the Stage. I think I'm going to take that. Got a couple good 2-drops already. I love me a Frilled Mystic, but can't take it here. Spikewheel Acrobat, also not a card I think is amazing by any stretch, but it does turn on the Clear the Stage and the Flames. And Rebel Slinger's just not amazing. There's also Gateway Plaza, which would give us another gate and probably be at the point where I don't have to worry too much about having gates. Spikewheel Acrobat, not going to be amazing. I guess it's pretty good with Savage Smash. I'm going to take the Acrobat. And follow up with probably another Rendhorn. That is getting towards the expensive side here. Yeah, I mean, we already have a Brush Strider we're not really looking to play. We have 2 Axebane Beasts. We probably won't play both of them, just based on how many playables we're getting. How about Carnival Carnage? I don't have really too much of a use for blue mana, but Carnage is splashable off our Rakdos Guildgate, and Carnage is splashable. Carnival is already fairly playable. We might leave it in the sideboard. Another Rendhorn is, again, really pushing it here. And that would put us with a lot of 5s and 6s, so I think I'm just going to take the Boar. It's a little boring. Ooh, Rubble Belt Runner's a nice wheel here. Like that quite a bit. And, well, we didn't wheel Rhythm or the Ceratok, but that's as expected. We do get to take Hybrid here, which is great. And Open the Gates, which is also decent. Gift of Strength's playable, and Simic Locket. So, one more pack to go. That pack, I think, went very well for us. And looks like we've got some options here as well. Bulrak Clan Crusher's okay. It does take a lot of setup, but it might be a decent substitute for, like, Rampage and Rendhorn. None of these red cards I care about. Then there's Gruul Guildgate, Wrecking Beast, and another Sorrowform Hybrid. I think we're going to take the Bulrak Clan Crusher, and we'll cut some of these creatures. Ooh, Sunder Shaman. I love Sunder Shaman. Just on stats alone, this card is awesome when you can cast it, and turns on the 2 spells I keep talking about, plus it just beats down and it takes care of enchantments. One of the only cards in the set that it can actually deal with enchantments, so Sunder Shaman it is. Nice payoff there. Gruul Beastmaster is a great follow-up. This card is very good with Savage Smash. We could also consider Get the Point here, but I am going to take Beastmaster. Nice little upgrade to Axebane Beast. Alright, Amplifier I don't like as much. Amplifier is the type of card that is sometimes huge, and we do have quite a few big creatures in our deck. I mean, this thing could attack as an 11/11 potentially. Maybe I'm supposed to take Amplifier, because the other card I'm considering here is Gatebreaker Ram. With 3 gates in the deck is just going to be okay. I guess we'll try out Amplifier. Wow, Clamor Shaman as well. Very nice. It's really the only pick for us, and I think it's a good one. Alright, Scorchmark's nice. We didn't have a lot of removal in the deck. Scorchmark gives us a decent little early game removal spell. And I guess Gruul Guildgate now over Burning Tree Vandal. I'm not a huge fan of this card. Kind of late juggler here. Also, a lot of Petitioners going around. I could consider Gruul Locket, but I think the Guildgate's right. Tin Street, Dodger, kind of whatever. Another Rakdos Guildgate. That gives us 5 Guildgates total, which is a lot. Another Golgari or Gruul Guildgate. It's a lot of Guildgates. Not gonna lie, that is a lot of Guildgates. Do we want a 3rd Soroform hybrid? Probably gonna cut some of this top end stuff, like one of the Rampage and Rendhorns might not even splash black, but we'll see. Wrecking Beast I definitely don't want here. I've got plenty to do with my mana. Yeah, let's just take another Guildgate. And another Rubble Belt Runner. And here, I'm not going to play probably any of this, but I will take Stony Strength. Ooh, Volley for the sideboard really late is nice. Deface, I guess I'm actually going to take Gruul Locket, Root Snare, and ba-bam. So Gruul seemed fairly open there pretty much the whole draft, which I like. What am I not interested in playing? A lot of the pump spells, right? So let's go and put some Guildgates in real quick and see what things look like. 6 Guildgates might be too many, right? Maybe not. Gate Colossus is fantastic. Cut 1 Rendhorn off the bat. This gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells that cost 5 or more. That's a lot, which might really lean towards one in the Gruul Locket. I don't think I need Carnival Carnage, but it's a good potential option to have against either control decks or decks with a lot of 1 toughness creatures. Steeple Creeper is a lot worse when you can't activate the ability, but it's fine. I think for the most part, Spike Wheel Acrobat is going to be a better Steeple Creeper. Gore-Clan Wreckers, I think subpar. Maybe I cut the Bolrac Clan Crusher here. Definitely cutting these Axebane Beasts. If we find we need more toughness rather than power, we can easily swap some creatures for Axebane Beasts. Cut Gruul Locket or cut Open the Gates? Don't think I need Open the Gates here. Got lots of good 2-drops. Plenty of 3-drops. I think I'm going to cut Steeple Creeper. And we are going to have a fairly expensive deck here, mana cost wise. Don't think I need a Swamp in my deck either. I'm going to play the Gruul Locket. Just, we have a lot of things worth ramping into. It helps with the Sunder Shaman as well. So, I think I'm just going to ditch the Swamp because I only have 1 black card. Play 2 Rakdos Guildgates. This is 16, so that's 5, 9, 11 red sources, 5, 8, 9 green sources. That's a lot, and we even get to add 1 more here. So 11, 17 lands total. Yeah, I mean, we've got very good mana outside of our black splash. I could also see just not playing Clear the Stage, but we don't have a lot of removal, right? Guess we've got Savage Smashes, Scorchmark, Flames of the Raised Boar, which even if we don't get the full value off of it, it should be pretty good at killing a big creature. and then clear the stage, which is card advantage that I otherwise don't really have here. So I think I like the clear the stage. I'm just wondering if I can shoehorn open the gates in here, which gives me another black source with the Rakdos Guild Gates. I think Gate Colossus is going to be great. We do have a lot of Guild Gates, though. Just worth noting that we ended up with a bunch of them, so we're going to have some slow draws. But I think this is going to be fine, and deck looks good. Let's try it out. I'll see y'all in match 1. Alright, match 1 is up. Yeah, we've got a definite beatdown hand here with the Growth Chamber Guardian, which I'm going to play on 2. Probably just going to play that and adapt, as long as my opponent doesn't keep up, like, red mana or something. If we draw either a red or a green source, we can play Sunder Shaman on turn 4, which is a hell of a curve. Wow, Clamor Shaman too? Yeah, this has the potential to just be a nuts draw here. Also, if I get the chance to go ahead and turn this into a 4/4 before they have 3 mana, then they cannot Grotesque Demise it. Black does have a lot of Death Touch creatures, though. Anything for double black I'm worried about? I don't think so, and I am going to forego the opportunity to play Clamor Shaman here. Maybe not. Maybe I attack and just play Clamor Shaman. They can't block. Next turn I go Guild Gate plus Sorrowform Hybrid, and I just wait. Yeah, let's build out more board here. I'm going to go ahead and attack. I'm not going to adapt, and I'll play Clamor Shaman as a 2/2. This lets me get in next turn, assuming they can't play out multiple creatures, which I highly doubt. My opponent did mulligan. It's possible I should have even just played this with haste and attacked. It doesn't really make too much of a difference whether it's... Well, I guess that makes it make a difference. My opponent's on a meme deck here with Goblin Gathering, which means they're probably going to play a Goblin Gathering every turn for the rest of the game here, but Flames of the Razeborer is very good against that. So they can't really profitably block here because one of their goblins won't be able to block. We're getting in for, I imagine, 4 damage. And then playing a 5/5. And if they just play like another Goblin Gathering, I can attack with, say, Sunder Shaman. Or just wait until I get Flames of the Razeborer here. Bedevil. Wow, that's a nice one. Does use their whole turn, though. So we're going to get in another hit for 4. Play Sorrowform Hybrid, or maybe go for this. If we draw basic, we'll just adapt and then play Sorrowform. Ooh, well, we can't play that, actually. So I am going to just keep playing creatures here instead of adapting. Put our opponent down to, I assume, 10 this turn. Actually, you know what? It might have been right to adapt to this turn. That way, if I draw basic, I can Flames for full value. Let's see what the opponent's follow-up play is here. Wow, Judith. My opponent's on all rares. It's really nice. This is whenever an opponent or whenever a non-token creature you control dies. Sure, opponent wants to get aggro. 2, 4, 8. Is there a red spell I'm missing here? Single red. Storm Strike. Oh, Skewer, of course. Wow, Skewer the Hybrid. Alright, so opponent's going down to 6. That's pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and... Actually, yeah, we'll just jam. Give it haste. Put our opponent down to 2 this turn. I highly doubt they're going to be able to kill us. And then we have this Flames next turn. Even if they kill off the Rendhorn, then the Flames of the Razeborer is going to kill at least one of their creatures, and we should be able to attack through what they have left. We'll see. Flames is going to hurt us a lot with Judith. They might be able to pick off a couple of our creatures. 1 damage to any target. Judith is ridiculously good. Yep. This is really nice. My opponent's going to get to throw around... Oh no, this doesn't trigger off tokens. So... yeah, I think they're just dead here. I'm going to wipe their board and attack, and they have 1 red mana. So Judith doesn't trigger off anything there. Oh, I guess she triggers off herself. Sure. And that's going to go ahead and do it for game 1. Opponent with the scary deck. So this is the type of deck where we want to swap out lower toughness creatures for higher toughness creatures. Our Axebane, whatchamacallits, maybe Steeple Creepers, stuff like that. Carnival seems okay. It's not like it's really that good against Goblin Gathering. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and... I guess Stony Strength's also probably pretty good against them. Just make a bigger creature, especially if they target with Judith. Amplifier seems really bad, especially on the draw. Bring in a pump spell, and then I'm looking at the Axebane Beasts. Spike Wheel Acrobat can go again and get swapped out for one of those. I like our matchup here. We've got 3/3s and stuff. We only saw basically good spells from the opponent and then Goblin Gathering, so we'll see how we do against that. I don't really have a good way to fight Goblin Gathering, so we'll go ahead and run it back for game 2. Alright, game 2 is up. We've got an awkward hand because we don't have any early creatures. Our opponent's mulling there, but we do have the Scorch Mark and a really early Colossus if we draw lands. But we could be in trouble up until that point. So if we draw basically any small creatures early on, I think we're doing alright. Let's go ahead and get some Guild Gates out. I don't think there are too many 2-drops I'm going to have to Scorch Mark here, but we'll see. Yeah, Plague White, probably just play a Rakdos Guild Gate here. Yeah, let's get the Guild Gates while we're not under too much pressure. I should probably try to keep one in hand, but Colossus coming down early is nice. Alright, hopefully they play Judith. I can just Scorch Mark it. Rakdos Roustabout. And that's going to be worth hitting with a Scorch Mark. Also get to play another Guild Gate as well. And might as well do this now, I suppose. So again, we're going to take a lot of damage early on. But I think it's fine. Our opponent's going to be low on resources, and outside of Bedevil, they're not going to have too much that can kill our Colossus. Alright, Goblin Gathering it is. Alright, well, we did not draw a single creature between turn 1 and then, or turn 1 and now. In fact, what did we draw? 3 more lands? Yeah, we just drew 3 lands off the top. So we could lose this game if they have like Bedevil for a Colossus or something. We could be in a lot of trouble, especially since it's very likely they're going to play 1 or 2 more things out on this board. It'd be awesome if they played a flyer. Carnage. Okay, I'm fine with Carnage. And let's ditch Mountain. It does hit me, but it also means they're not putting a persistent form of damage on board. You would have been great earlier on. Let's go ahead and slam Colossus here. And kind of fingers crossed that they don't have Bedevil. Outside of that, it would take something like Bladebrand to deal with the Colossus. Which it looks like they probably have it if they're just slamming attackers. Yep, they do have it. So we are in trouble now. Guess we still have a 3/3, clear the stage. But they did just draw off that. We're also almost out of gates to get this Colossus back. Beastmaster. Not exactly great. We're going to have to just accept that, take a hit from that. Maybe we clear the stage now. And then hold up like Rubble Belt plus Colossus for a different turn. Hope they don't have too many good things going on. We'll go down to 5. I think we are going to lose this game. But it's unfortunate. What was it? Bladebrand? Yeah. Bladebrand's just going to be good against us pretty much always. Alright, let's see what they follow up with. See if we're dead or not. Smeltwort Ingus. Might be able to get them here. Go ahead and play this with a counter. And if they try to take it with Smeltwort Ingus, we can go ahead and give it +4/+2 to fizzle that. Because this takes, what, 3 or less? They could also just have a removal spell, and then we're basically dead. It does make us blow our Colossus, but it's almost like we're just using this as a removal spell for the Ingus. Also probably makes it less likely for them to be able to attack this turn. So that should fizzle. See if they still attack, though. No. Alright, so we get to go ahead and run some stuff out. I'm going to play out my land. I'm not going to attack here. They don't have Blade Brand, otherwise they would have attacked again, I think. But I think I'm not doing too much by getting ahead. I need like a huge fatty here. Roustabout's annoying. Savage Smash would be a really good draw. Another runner's okay. Oh, I guess these can't block, right? So if I attack with both, I'm attacking for 9 damage. Then they attack us back. I think I'm going to go ahead and run runner into them, and then just play another runner. Got to get some amount of damage on them, right? Still think I'm losing this game. I'm guaranteed at least 2 damage next turn. Opponent's got a sweet little Rakdos deck. Pretty all in. Yep, opponent don't even care about us. Alright, so this has me taking 2 damage, and then Skewer probably kills me here. Sure. Alright, fair enough. I think we got a little bit boned by just not drawing a creature early on, but we kept that sort of hand, and that's just what's going to happen when that happens, right? Second thought, I'm probably supposed to cut like Rumble and Ruin here for another early creature. Just a big expensive creature is not going to do it here. I like the Axebane Beast, so let's go ahead and make that cut. All right. Is it written in the code for Arena that your most expensive card is always in your opening hand? I don't think I can keep this. I'm not guaranteed to cast anything. Ugh. All right. I guess we're going to lose game 1. This helps. This hand does help, but Jesus. Against a really fast clock, we're in trouble. Well, I guess Carnage would also be gross. Ugh, get out of here. I'm going to play Wayfinder. Take Growth Chamber Guardian, I suppose. Maybe just take the runner. No, let's take Growth Chamber Guardian because we're going to play a Locket next turn. This goes on top of our library. Or, I mean, we're going to play Guildgate, not a Locket. Wow, my opponent is mono rares. No point trying to hold Scorchmark up for a 1/3. No point attacking either. So this can get +3/+3 in Menace later on in the game, which is relevant. Its ability will also ping me for 1 if I activate Growth Chamber Guardian. But we're already in such a bad spot that, you know, if my opponent has all rares, and so be it. Probably attack. Block with Growth Chamber Guardian, I suppose. They're trying to get early Spectacle. I mean, Blade Brand? Sure. I guess I should have thought about that. I mean, I'm in a bad position either way. If I don't block, they get 1, and they probably use some Spectacle card, Blade Juggler or something. I guess I'll try to get them. There's no way we win against them having as many cards in hand as they do. Imagine if they just have Carnage for their turn. I'm going to try to go for Stony Strength here. Just assume my opponent can't have everything. Oh, they're looking at their hand already. They're like, nope. Alright, well, we killed that. See if we get got by Carnival instead. Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Okay, that's beatable, but it's really good, too. Clamor Shaman? Probably supposed to play this with Haste. The problem with playing it with Haste is that if they play like a Goblin Gathering, I can't even attack with it really. So we're going to jam for 3 and play it as a 2/2. This gives me a decent attack next turn probably. But we are in trouble. We still have the Scorch Mark. A single big blocker is not going to cut it here, because we deal 5 to him through a blocker. Alright, opponent's got some decisions here. Yep, Skewer it is. 1 mana, Skewer the Critics. Oh, into a second removal spell? Alright, well, I'm probably going to concede to that. We'll see what the draw is, but opponent just had the nut draw. We'll see. If I draw a land, yeah, I can't really afford to take too much damage with this out, so I'm going to kill their creature over playing my creature. It's more important for me to take less damage with them having this out than it is for me to deal more damage to them right now. My opponent's deck is pretty sick, though. Alright, we're empty-handed. And let's see what our draw is, I suppose. Alright, we'll go and concede this match. I'm not really in the mood for playing against this long term and having to draw lands and spells and having like something like 5 to 6 perfect spells in a row or perfect draws. We're just going to have to take our loss to an aggro deck. I think our game 2 there really let us down by not drawing basically anything, and then them having a answer to Colossus, which is not very likely in red-black, but they had an answer. We got them game 1, but we're going to go ahead and take our first loss early on, so we're hoping to rattle off a bunch of wins, but I think our deck is good, so we'll try it out and hopefully don't mold a 5. See you there. Alright, round 2 is up. Remember, we're fighting the good fight from the very beginning, having taken our first loss, the only loss we can really accept in match 1. Not good for us. This hand is fine. Not exceptional, just fine. Could use early game removal. Oh, I could have sworn I was on the play there. I guess not. But we are going to run out some Guild Gates and just pass the turn. This will be a good Colossus hand against Azorius. Alright, let's see if they want to go ahead and... Actually, do I even play Sora Farm here, or do I get more Guild Gates into play? Yeah, let's play a 2/2. So no Quench is fine. This hand is really good. No play from the opponent. Could play around Psychic Corrosion here. I guess they could have Fairy Duelist, which doesn't kill my guy. We draw every Guild Gate? No, we do have 6 in the deck. You might just flash into Fairy Duelist. No? Alright, let's get a Rakdos Guild Gate down and pass. Are they going to bounce our hybrid here or something? No. Okay, well, they clearly have something that they just didn't want to play there. Okay. Sure, here we are. Here we are, guys. Alright, well, let's go ahead and attack. They probably block. Hopefully they don't have, like, Arrest or Zeal or some stupid stuff. Actually, one of their cards in hand is Arrest or Zeal. I'd be fine with that. Our guys do just hug. Spikewheel Acrobat. We could play that. I'm going to play it out. If they have Quench now, then they have it. Can't mill me yet. I wonder if they're playing, like, High Alert or Actual Advisors. Looks like they're trying to activate this. But a 5/2 does match up well against a 1/3. That's kind of the deciding factor here. My opponent might have Slimebind in hand. Or they could just be reading cards, I guess. I don't know. Let's see if they go double Petitioner here. Drawing a basic would be really nice, actually. Alright, so still could play around Fairy Duelist. Could play Rampage and Renhorn. If they have Fairy Duelist, then that doesn't stop Acrobat from killing one of their creatures if they double block, but they would get to double block this. So I'm going to send in with just the Acrobat. This is just going to get blocked anyway. They have nothing. They could have, yeah, I was going to say, they could have Summary Judgment. That's fine as well. Alright, let's go ahead and play. I'm going to play this as a 5/5. See if they have Psychic Corrosion, which is probably more likely if they have Petitioner in their deck. Oh, Quench. Alright, maybe we're just going to get got. We're going to get milled here as well. Okay, Hybrid to the graveyard. Black mana. Only 3 cards left, though. Oh no, a real card. Their opponent play a bunch of nonsense? I guess they only played 1 nonsense card. Alright, so I would really like to wait on Clear the Stage here. So I'm going to play Growth Chamber Guardian with the intentions of adapting on my opponent's end step and then untapping for Flames of the Raised Boar or Clear the Stage. Which means I'm going to take 3 here, but I don't know if... Maybe this is just an early blocker. I don't know. Scorchmark gone. That's fine. Scorchmark hasn't looked like it's good against anything my opponent's played here. Ooh, if my opponent's on more counter spells, though... Play like a Senate Griffin. Windstorm Drake. Alright. So I'm going to take 4, I'm going to kill a creature, and then I'm going to take more damage after that. But I do get to start attacking. Yep, take the hit. I don't think there's anything for a single black in this set. Let's go ahead and adapt. I think I just cleared the stage here. Get back like Renhorn or something. No point there. Alright, Rubble Belt's not anything exceptional. I could just attack with both creatures, swinging for 10. I'm going to go ahead and send the Guardian in here, see if they want to go for a double block, which I highly doubt they do. And then, question now is, what do we use Clear the Stage on? The Windstorm Drake is a vanilla 3/3, essentially. So the only consideration here is if my opponent plays like a blink or bounce spell, they can use that on this, but if they have like Dead Revels, they can get it back. I still think it's probably better to just go ahead and get rid of the Thrall. Actually, no, let's get rid of Windstorm Drake, and then we'll get Renhorn back to our hand. Deciding factor is it's not very likely our opponent has Dead Revels in this deck. Hopefully they don't just curve out flyer, 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 and then I die to them, but we'll see. Sure, keep milling me, keep milling me. Yeah, this might just be a blocker in their deck. They're probably just like Esper Skies or something like that. Ooh, they have a Clear the Stage of their own. They're going to kill the hybrid. Well, that's not going to get their guy back, though. Hope they know that. Yep, it looks like they're reading it as well. Nope, they do not have a 4-power creature anymore. I'm going to go down to 11. Then I'm just... Oh, yeah, I guess they can attack, right? Go down to 10. I can bash him here for a lot. 1, 2, 3, and then play Gruul Locket. So I can bash him for 8. I think we're going to do that. Jam for 8 here. They knew about the Renhorn, though. But I guess they're not chump blocking this turn. Knight of the Last Breath. Alright, so assuming they still attack with these two, they're just dead, right? Nope, they didn't attack with the Petitioner. But it's not... Oh, this has Afterlife 3, doesn't it? Shoot. Alright, so what are our options then? I guess we're going to have to trade a creature off. Let this get Afterlife 3, and then we'll Flames of the Raise board the Thrall, take out the tokens as well, and that'll leave one of our 4/4s and the Petitioner, which I think we can win. They have to block the 4/4s as well, or at least they have to block one of them, and they're, I think, very likely to just block with the Knight. They could chump with Petitioner, but that seems very unlikely. Yep. So we let this happen, and then we will Flames the Thrall. Shaboom. Sagittar's Volley should be really good out of the sideboard. We also have a main board Collision Colossus, mainly Collision. Opponent's on chump block duty for the Rampage and Renhorn now, and they only have one card in hand. Concordia Pegasus, not going to do it, so I assume Petitioner is going to go ahead and take the bullet here, unless they want to chump with the Pegasus. Yeah, opponent's just Esper flying creatures with Petitioners as a blocker, which is less exciting than the all-in Petitioner deck. Alright, we're going to just go ahead and attack and play both of our creatures here. They can't top deck Kaya's Wrath. I'm not even sure they have it, but I'm going to assume my opponent always has the answer. Or Ethereal Absolution. Petitioners, I think, is getting eaten here. Amplifier does give my opponent information if they don't just like concede or kill it or something like that. They're going to get to see one more creature out of my deck than they really deserve to. Rumble and Ruin. Sure. Oh man, this would have been a 13-13. Alright, let's go ahead and just play out all our cards. And ship it back. My opponent's probably pretty dead here. But we'll see. We'll see if they want to go ahead and get the information off Amplifier first. Guess not. Alright, so out of the sideboard, we know Sagittar's Volley. We probably want really high-hitting creatures as well. No, we don't want the defensive stuff this time. So this is where I like cards like Spikewheel Acrobat. Steeple Creeper's probably fine. These are just going to be better than our random 3/2s and stuff like that. Carnival seemed bad. Renhorn seemed okay. Those are just options, right? Flames looked pretty good. We probably don't need the other Renhorn. Probably don't want Clan Crusher. We actually didn't see very many creatures that even died to the 2 damage. Clear the Stage looks good. Beastmaster looks really good. Amplifier looks fine. And then most of our cards are just good here. Scorchmark I'm probably still going to keep in, but it's not like insane. We'll take one of the Rampage and Renhorns out. Gate Colossus is going to be great. Probably just like Rumble and Ruin or something like that. One of these big creatures. And just try to get in there early. Could take Rebel Belt Runner out as well, but this at least attacks into a lot of their 3/3s. Alright, Rumbly Boy. Let's go ahead and get you out of there, and then, yeah. Let's see how we do in game 2. What's going on with this Colossus? And no gates. I can't really keep this hand. Scorchmark seems like it's going to be one of our weaker cards. This I like a lot better, mostly because of the Wayfinder. If I know basically for a fact I'm going to draw my 3rd land with the Wayfinder, then I'm going to keep Savage Smash on top. If I didn't have this Wayfinder, I would ditch that. Excuse me, clearing my throat. So unprofessional. Of course, if this gets quenched, that makes it a little bit worse, but it's fine. I expect Amplifier to be pretty good against this opponent. Ah, how persistent of you. Alright. Let's go ahead and hopefully just put a land on top here. If this bricks, it's just not meant to be. Alright, well, what do we actually want here? Probably just a basic, right? We have red-green already. Let's go and just get a forest. I want to make sure I'm curving out here. I don't want to mess around too much with the Rakdos Guildgate. If I had another 2-drop to play, I would consider it, I think. Opponent doesn't have white or black mana at the moment. Probably going to play Steeple Creeper. I'd be really surprised if my opponent attacked. What? Oh, okay. That's kind of cute. It's actually really annoying. I kept a land on top. I mean, that might be the right play for my opponent there. To mill my land off the top. I don't actually. There's no way that's the right play, right? I could just have another land in my hand, but it doesn't hurt them too much to do it. They took 2 damage to do that, and it worked. There's a chance it works, and it did in fact work there. My opponent might be thinking about Arrester's Admonition here. They can't Summary Judgment. Looks like they don't have a 4th land either. And attacking means that they probably have something that's going to block here. So I'm not going to attack into a fairy. I'm just going to play probably something that's going to get countered here. Yeah, let's just run out, I guess, Steeple Creeper. Yeah, I'll run out Steeple Creeper. If they have a counterspell, they have it. No biggie. If they quench this, I get to attack for 2. If they Psychic Corrosion it, then fine. Drawing that 3rd land means I'm going to have more options as the game goes on. I've got Volley for their first big flyer. Well of Lost Thoughts. So that mills me 4. Oh, Wall of Lost Thoughts. Okay, don't mind any of that. Wouldn't mind drawing another land, but we didn't lose anything particularly normal. And I honestly don't care much about mill. Unless they're all in on Petitioners or they play like a Screaming Shield, I don't think mill's going to get me here. Yeah, see. Would love to play Amplifier, but alas, it's not meant to be. Could Savage Smash, but we'll go ahead and get the Locket down now. And just ship the turn. Yeah, attacking seems really bad there. Scorchmark. Yep, again, Scorchmark's not very good against this opponent at all. They are missing 2 colors of mana, though, which is heavily in our favor. I think I just play Beastmaster and attack. Could play Amplifier here. They're probably playing some number of Psychic Corrosions. All of my plays are decent here. Amplifier hits really hard. I guess I'd actually rather have the Beastmaster survive. Let's play Amplifier. They Psychic Corrosion it, then again, so be it. They have another Quench, they're on all counters, and that's fine as well. Can't do anything about it. Looks like my opponent is reading Amplifier. Really weird card. If you don't know what it does, it's a 4-mana 1/1. That's it. No. Beginning of your upkeep, you dig until you hit a creature. And sure. And then it gains twice that creature's power and twice that creature's toughness until the beginning of your next turn. It's going to be very annoying if my opponent's mana screwed, but they manage to draw all of their early interaction spells. Ooh, Gate Colossus to the graveyard is nice, because if we draw a gate, we get to just stick it back on top. Not even sure I'd do that at this point. Colossus just wrecks them, though. Opponent can't have infinite quenches and stuff, though. Arrester's Admonition, my guy. Yeah, they're trying to draw into a land with that play. They didn't, otherwise they wouldn't have attacked. Alright, so we have some options here. I could play Shaman and attack for 1. And and then play Growth Chamber Guardian or Solana Wayfinder. The Wayfinder is a little bit worse against this thing, but I think I am going to go for that play. Attacking for 1 again doesn't matter too much, but I'm just going to play the 2/2/2s. That way they don't just have a free block there. I can jam it into that and still make a creature unblockable, or unable to block, I should say. Alright, black mana up. Still got half my library, not too worried about it. Opponent is playing extremely slow, which is weird given that they only have 4 mana so far. Huh. Why do that right now? That means they want me to attack, but I'm going to attack anyway. So now it looks like it'd be a great time to play Beastmaster. I don't know. Oh, Spire Mangler, I guess, is something to watch out for. But if they have that, then sure, I'll just volley. No, they're not playing a blocker. Alright, run into another counter spell here. I'm just going to play Beastmaster with a counter on it. It resolved. And they did nothing. They must really need white mana. So no Grotesque Demises, nothing like that. Alright, we're just going to run the attack back. Why did they attack with this? That means something, but I don't know what it means. I see no real reason to jam the Savage Smash or anything into their open mana. Beastmaster is going to go ahead and suit up this, because I would rather them feel incentivized to deal with the Guardian than to deal with Clamor Shaman. This will be getting in for 5, potentially 8 damage this turn. Sure. 5/2 coming in. Probably block Beastmaster. I'm going to adapt. If they have a bounce spell, then sure, it's not that big of a deal. No, it looks like my opponent just letting this happen. And this is an instant. Yeah, I'll play hybrid. I really don't think my opponent has anything. They kind of are in a position where they have to have something. Oh my god, they do have more petitioners. I wonder if they like boarded into the Turbo Mill deck or something like that. I don't think that pans out too often. Yeah, at least we're not out of the tournament, right? 1-1. Not a position I like to be in before my 3 wins, but it's where we're at. So we'll see if we can crawl our way back up. See you in match 3. I'm almost serious. Like, is there something going on with this Colossus that it's always in my hand? Scorchmark's been in a lot of my open hands too. That I don't mind. Definitely keep in. Again, Zeke Z in the house. We're on the play. Every guild gate I can get out early is nice. I also like the Rebel Outrunner. It matches up pretty well against a lot of the other creatures your opponents will play on turn 2 and 3. If I don't draw a 2-drop, then I'll hold up Scorchmark, which is fine. My opponent plays like a Sauriform hybrid. We'll just snap off the Scorchmark. Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and run into a potential Quench. I'm going to play Rebel Outrunners before this Locket here. No Quench. Okay. Bushstrider. I guess I Scorchmark that instead of offering a trade. Scorchmark's not likely to get too much better here. Could just play Locket as well and then Amplifier next turn. Could also just trade and hold that. Let's just play Scorchmark. Don't love it, but it's fine. They just play like a 4/4 next turn, I'll be like, well, there's not much I could have done about that anyway. Like Enraged Ceratok would be really problematic for us. Or Prime Speaker Vannifar. Sure. Or a Mythic Rare. Or draw a 6-drop. Alright, I need to get the Locket down now, and unfortunately, just gonna pass. Let's see what kind of gross shenanigans they can do with Vannifar here. We had this in Two-Headed Giant twice, and we found it to be pretty bad, but I imagine my opponent's gonna have some nutso stuff to do with it. Like, if you play Chillbringer, tap a creature, get a 6-drop, that's pretty insane. My opponent didn't have a creature at all there, it looked like. And we were going to play, I think, just Amplifier here. Not playing around counter spells at the moment. Although my opponent didn't play a creature, so I guess they're on Frilled Mystic. Sure, I don't really think about this card too often, but... Alright. That already got its value. They're gonna turn that into a 5-drop. We're so losing this game. Or a 6-drop. God. What a mess. Frilled Mystic is just blowout. They should probably attack with it. Yep. One less creature that can upgrade. Alright. That is fine, but not exactly good. It does mean I can play Colossus or Rumble and Ruin next turn. But for now, I'm going to start getting beat down. See what our opponent can muster up here. I assume Spider's getting in there. Do we have to play around a second Frilled Mystic if our opponent just passes here? Ah, Jesus. Alright, well, I'm not gonna... I would rather them counter this, I think. If they have another Frilled Mystic and they have it in their hand, whatever. Whatever. Sure, sure, sure. Just unrealistic. Junk Troller. Didn't see that coming. I'm going to trade off for Frilled Mystic again. My opponent splashing white for High Alert. Is that why Junk Troller's in here? Oh, Junk Troller with Vannifar is kind of cool. I guess that's the idea. I'm going to play the Colossus and can't get Frilled Mystic, but we'll see what kind of nonsense our opponent stews up. Chillbringers and such. Does set up Clear the Stage nicely too if it survives. Opponent's also on 4 cards in hand. Stupid Frilled. Their graveyard is just all Frilled Mystics. Alright, Hybrid's fine. It's nice that only Mammoth Spider can block that right now, but it's a lot of damage coming back at us. Alright, opponent, I got it. Just play the game, please. Play the game. Opponent can put Frilled Mystics on the bottom of their library and then shuffle. Alright, just passing. Ooh, Savage Smash. It's so risky to go for. I don't think I can, so I'm just going to attack here and then, I guess, hold up Clear the Stage. This is the only creature that can block it at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. They're going to put a Frilled Mystic on the bottom of a... Oh, they're putting a creature in my graveyard on the bottom? That seems weird. Yeah, put a Frilled Mystic back. They didn't play anything else, though. I assume they drew Frilled Mystic. Oh, no, never mind. It goes to the bottom right. They haven't shuffled yet. I'm probably getting beat down here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, they went for it. Alright, well, we're going to clear the stage. and get back Rumble and Ruin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should probably get back something I can cast the same turn as Savage Smash. But Savage Smash is going to take out another creature here. I think my opponent messed up going for that. That seems risky. I only had one card in hand, though, so maybe not. But that is probably going to be good enough. Get to Savage Smash Vannifar, so there are no shenanigans there. I am going down to, what, 9 here? Sunder Shaman. Alright, so we can Savage Smash plus Sunder Shaman. Put our opponent down to 1 as well. Yeah, let's kill Vannifar so they can't, like, tutor up some nonsense. This already attacks into the spider fine. It doesn't attack through the spider, though. But I don't want him to, like, sack this for Chillbringer or some nonsense. Sunder Shaman does get walled off by Junk Troller pretty nicely, though. Oh, I almost said no attacks. That would have been bad. Let's put our opponent to 1 here. And then I assume they're going to Junk Troller another Frilled Mystic to the bottom. Alright, big creatures getting the job done right now. Game's not over yet, but they put Vannifar on the bottom. Alright, let's see what they've got for us. It's going to be hard to play around double Frilled Mystic, not going to lie. Close game, close game. I guess Frilled Mystic does make me want less like 4-drops and more 3-drops potentially. If that makes sense. Senate Griffin, okay. Interesting. So, ooh, Clamor Shaman. So, if I just attack with what I've got, Junk Troller blocks here, Mammoth Spider blocks here. That eats Mammoth Spider, these hugs. So there's not really a point in attacking with Sunder Shaman. Unless I play Clamor Shaman. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't play both of these. So if I play Clamor Shaman, they don't have anything. I can make it so Mammoth Spider can't block. Or actually, I make it so Junk Troller can't block. And then they have to double chump. They have 2 mana in hand. They could have something. I don't think adding Rumble and Ruin to the board does very much. So we're going to give the Shaman haste here. And just jam. If I had 1 more mana, I could actually play this with a counter on it. And then play Rumble and Ruin, and that would stop Junk Troller as well. Alright, looks like they've got something here. Slimebind, maybe? I don't know. Titanic Brawl. Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. They just might as well counter my guy. And again, I don't really see much of a reason to attack with Sunder Shaman here. Oh, wait, hold on. Can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Never mind, that doesn't matter much. So we'll go ahead and eat the Mammoth Spider, I suppose. Unless they want Senate Griffin to go down, but I assume they're going to block with Mammoth Spider. Again, game is not over. This leaves them the flyer on board, so they have an actual source of damage. And then I'm going to crack Locket now, in case I draw like Guild Gates or something. I'm not doing anything else with my mana. I am letting my opponent know the coast is clear. But if I draw a Guild Gate or something, yeah, want to play it. Alright, Gruul Beastmaster's pretty good here as well. Just gives me another hasty threat that can swing into him. Alright, let's see what they can muster up this turn. Oh, if this attacks me, though... Alright. You got it. So Colossus costs 4. Just going to replay both my creatures. And man, if the rest of their cards are stuff like this, could actually die. I don't have a removal spell for the Griffin. And then, I guess, yeah, let's just play out some. We're just going to replay both of our creatures here. Could also die to like a random Gift of Strength or something like that. That would be pretty sad. Yep. Oh, them attacking. Oh, they have the Gift of Strength. Come on. What? Our opponent has just had the perfect cards. Every card they've played, every turn of the game has been perfect. And we blew them out with the Clear the Stage. Wow. Okay. Okay. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. They have it sometimes. Volley. We only saw one flyer, right? Senate Griffin? Frilled Mystic does not have flying. Ugh. Alright. So, Rumbling Ruin out again. Cards like Bush Strider seem fine. Steeple Creeper. I'm not going to bore too much with the 06 in consideration. Gore-Clan Wrecker. Clan Crusher. Alright, let's go ahead and bring in like another hard-hitting 3-drop. Carnage actually seems decent here. Yeah, I'll add a Swamp to the deck. Alright. Well, see if our opponent draws perfect again. See you in game 2. Alright. This hand's good. I like it. Something to do on turn 2, 3, and 4, although I guess we're going to be behind a little bit doing that. Opponent's deck seemed good. A little annoyed at how just insanely perfect pretty much all of their cards were for the situation. Everything from Swirl and Torment to Double Frilled Mystic to them just having the +3/+3 at the end of the game. But we'll see if we can get ahead of them there. I do not have to play off curve because I was lucky enough to draw another basic here. So I can go ahead and play Locket this turn, start playing Guild Gates, and still curve out. Green is the start from the opponent. We'll keep an eye out for green, blue. Oh, the opponent doesn't actually even have another land, so this might make quick work of them. We'll go ahead and give the Beastmaster haste and swing for 6 this turn. And then next turn we'll probably just suit up Hybrid. Which would be an attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You might just play Rampage and Renhorn. Okay, sure. So, non-game there. Don't think we're going to change our mulligan decisions very much. I guess, is there... Yeah, Amplifier is still just really bad on the draw. Bringing, like, Wrecker here instead. Oh, Gift of Strength does give reach, right? Unfortunately, we haven't seen enough of our opponent's deck to know whether that matters or not. Wrecker seems okay, though. Alright, see you for game 3. If I knew I was going to draw another land for this Wayfinder, this hand would actually be perfectly acceptable, but as it is, it doesn't do anything. Come on, game. Why does this game hate me? Wow, 3 one-landers in a row. I'm going to keep this and hope to hit a land on top. I did. Might just be able to get there with, like, Growth Chamber Guardian, but geez, another Mold of 5. Just like match 1, we Mold to 5 with multiple one-landers. Opponent has a real start this time. We are drawing live, though, so let's play Growth Chamber. See what the opponent follows up with on their turn. Maybe a Bush Strider or something. Nope. I'm just going to attack and play out a Rebel Belt Runner. I want to cast my spells while I can. Actually, maybe I play Steeple Creeper. At any rate, this is going to attack. And I'll play Steeple Creeper, see if they have a counterspell. Be really weird for them to have Psychic Corrosions and Frilled Mystics. Or Thought Collapse, not Psychic Corrosion, but they have it. Geez, opponent went deep on counterspells here. Oh, do they pass here? That's the big question. Yep, they have a Frilled Mystic. They're thinking about whether playing something or passing. For me, I'm going to attack. They can't really block. And I think I just play Rubble Belt Runner. They're not very likely to adapt and just attack. So I'm going to go ahead and get in the hit and play the 3/3. They might, I mean, they're probably going to attack. I'm not going to block, obviously, and then they can play something else. But then that opens me up to just attacking them back. All right. That was not a very good draw here, but what I can do is go ahead and jam with both creatures, Carnage up whichever one they block. I guess that just trades, right? Not if they block the Guardian, though. Yeah, we're going to hope they block Growth Chamber Guardian here. Yes. This does force me to adapt. Do they adapt in response? Good. All right, so that played out perfectly for me. Could have gone very poorly, but I will get to keep both my creatures here and actually get in for 3, 4, 5, 6 damage as well. All right, so this is good for us, but we are facing a pretty do-nothing card versus a hand of 6 cards. Mammoth Spider's good. Actually halts the attacks here. Not really. I can attack Growth Chamber. Ooh, that's a good draw. Alright, so let's go ahead and jam the Growth Chamber Guardian. We'll finish off the Mammoth Spider with Carnival, and then play Wrecker as a 3/3. Might have been right to play it as a 2/2 there, especially knowing that we're killing one of their creatures. So this will put them down to 9. Yeah, it was probably right to just attack with Wrecker this turn. Put them down to 7 and probably guarantee another attack. Enraged Ceratox, nice. Alright, so decision time. We attack with everything and they block here. They take 7. So I think I should just attack with these two and offer the trade up. They probably pretty much have to block there. And I'm just going to pass. Alright, Steeple Creeper into a 2-drop would be really nice for them. Scorchmark. Alright, I like Gruul Locket actually. We are going to attack with both. Oh, if they have the fairy? Oh, Gift of Strength, sure. Yeah, I guess that's a consideration there. I did just get blown out a little bit. This does force them to have another blocker next turn for the Ghor-Clan Wrecker. But we're going to trade our Rebel Belt for Gift of Strength here, I think. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Alright, we'll go and play Locket. That gives us some card draw. It's not great, right? But it gives us some action next turn. If I attack with Wrecker, probably flash in a Frilled Mystic. So I think Scorchmark might be my best draw. Scuttlegator. That's really annoying. If I draw a removal spell for this, alright, I'm going to crack Locket right away. Again, Savage Smash and a land would do it. Scorchmark would kill this and do it. Clamor Shaman doesn't quite do it, but gets me close. Can't play it either. I'm just wondering if I'm supposed to attack with Wrecker, trade off for Creeper, and then try to get there with Scuttlegator. I think I'm just going to play Hybrid and pass. Really makes me wish I had a Steeple Creepers in my deck. Or not Steeple Creepers. Skewer the Critics. Alright, one card in hand from the opponent. Probably a Frilled Mystic. They haven't had an opportunity to really play one. Ooh, if I run that out, and they have Frilled Mystic, how bad is that? Scuttlegator can adapt next turn. Let's assume they have Frilled Mystic just as a blocker. I adapt this, it trades for Scuttlegator. No, let's force them to have something. At the very least, I trade off creatures here. I'll be left with nothing. They'll be left with a Frilled Mystic and a top deck. So I am going to attack both here. I'm assuming this is going to be a 3/2 flash blocker. Yep. And then next turn, hopefully Clamor Shaman gets the... Well, I guess Clamor Shaman's not lethal. We'll go and kill off Steeple Creeper here. Alright. A lot of this is going to come down to my opponent's top decks. Hopefully. For the love of God, it wasn't another Frilled Mystic. So I have 6, 7 mana. I can't really do the bait and switch here. I think I'm supposed to play Hybrid and then Clamor Shaman. Just to see if they did draw another counterspell. It doesn't look like they did. But let's go and put them down to 2. Thing is, if I play Colossus and they do have another Frilled Mystic, I don't get to play anything else that turn. Nice! I did not think we were going to win that game on the Mold of 5, but we had a very good Mold of 5, and we had a couple sweet little 2-for-1s. I think it was right for me to play the Wrecker as a 2/2 and attack the turn that I played it as a 3/3. But in Bolus's clutches, so how about that? This puts us at 2-1. Again, very iffy, but we're aiming for that 3 at minimum, so let's play another match. See you in round 4. Alright, no whatchamacallit in our opening hand. We are on the play with a slow hand, very slow hand. Again, this is the type of hand that could benefit greatly from just drawing one of our 2-drops. Even a 3-drop would be good here, because we're not playing anything until turn 4, and we're playing some pretty underpowered 4-drops. Opponent with the Twilight Panther. Card's fine. A little bit better than I gave it credit for, but not like it's insane or anything. Orzhov, probably one of our worst matchups just because of how grindy it is and how much death touch they actually have. Alright, well, another game where we didn't draw very much. We'll see. They might not have black mana based on the double white here. Kabam. Oh, they don't have a third land at all, so we're really only thinking about Summary Judgment. If that's the case, I'm just going to play out Spikewill Acrobat. This Strand's 2 mana, if they do have Summary Judgment, sets up Savage Smash very nicely. If they just tap out for like a creature. They don't have a good attack or block. Could also just play Beastmaster, jam with both here. And then Summary Judgment kills one of them. Probably the Acrobat. Discard an Oligarch. So opponent had a good hand there, just not working out for him. Summary Judgment, I think, is the only card they could have. They could also have Arrester's Zeal, which would actually be really good. But I'm still going to be greedy here. If they have Arrester's Zeal, they can eat my Beastmaster, but they take 7. Or a Sentinel's Mark. Does look like Summary Judgment coming down, though. Oh, no, they do have the Sentinel's Mark. Nice. Well, they still take 7. But they do get to eat the Beastmaster, and they do not get the lifelink there. They're still stuck on 2 as well, unless they draw a land here. Not a black source, though. Attack, huh? I guess, sure. That to me smells like the Judgment of Summeriness. Oh, right, it has Vigilance. Do I have Flames of the Raise Boar that? Or just play Rumblin' Slum? Rumblin' Ruin. Or I could trade off. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and attack. If they have Summary Judgment, they kill my guy, but otherwise we just trade. And then I can play a 6/6. Really take 5? That is surprising. This sets up a super lethal Savage Smash next turn, and Flames of the Raise Boar is going to be extremely good against most of what they play. I can have Mortify here, but I'm still going to have a big creature back. Undercity's Embrace, another card that would be okay. Alright, well, we're not... Oh, they could give Death Touch now? Sure, I suppose. Just going to attack with both. If they give Death Touch and trade off, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to play a 3/3. So they might have a thing to flash in here or something. Final payment. Paying 5. Oh, sack an enchantment. Nice. Sure. This is fine. It looks like they're going to chump or take 5 here. Unless they have another Sentinel's Mark. In which case I probably will use the Flames. Nope, they're going to take 5. We're going to play 2 more creatures here. Not playing around Kai's Wrath again. Don't really need to play a second creature, actually. Let's be smart about this. Both my creatures are lethal. We have multiple removal spells. Kai's Wrath would get us. And if they just don't have anything, they're dead as it is. So let's be smart. Impassioned Orator into another creature. Alright, well now they're super dead to Flames of the Raise Boar. They go up to 4. Yep. So let's just go ahead and pop basically anything. This will wipe their board. The 1 damage from Footlight Fiend won't matter here. And we get to destroy them. Oh, they dealt damage to themselves. Very, very noble there. Alright, that was a convincing game 1 against an opponent who didn't draw lands, even though he got by the Flash spell. Again, Amplifier looking weak on the draw. I like Amplifier, but it's not like a great card. Sylvan Bushstrider. They've got a bunch of 2/2s and stuff. Makes whatchamacallit a lot worse as well. Spike Wheel Acrobat. So let's bring in, I guess, an average 3-drop and probably the Volley. We didn't see a flyer, but they're bound to have Afterlife creatures. Maybe not. Carnival? Against Footlight Fiend. Really the only thing we saw. Yeah, I guess just bring in some beef. Some more stable creatures, I guess, is how you would put it. See you in game 2. Alright, this is a functional hand. It's not like it's good or anything. Opponent Mold here. I would be frustrated, as always, to get mana screwed and then Mold a 6, but it's fine. Savage Smash makes this hand all the much better. It's really hard for me not to take Savage Smash in draft. Card is brutal. You will notice there are a lot of times where I have Savage Smash in hand and I feel like I can't play it into open mana, but when you get the moments where your opponent doesn't have open mana and you've got something like Beastmaster or even just a subpar creature and you get to destroy a creature plus deal damage to their face, ugh. Oh, it's great. I'm going to play Rubble Belt Runner here. Opponent might have Grotesque Demise, and that's fine. But 3/3 at least blocks 2/2. Bushstrider only offers a trade. Part of the reason I really don't like 3/2s in this format Bush Strider and Coral Commando, because there are so many 2/2s. Just look at all my matches and tell me how many people play 2/2s on turn 2. Very often, especially with things like Sauroform Hybrid and the 5 Guild Mages. Alright, well, I disconnected for a second, came back, and my opponent played a Seraph of the Scales, so there's that, I guess. I can Savage Smash it. My opponent's going to gain some life. I could also just attack into it. I think I'm supposed to just Savage Smash? Opponent can't block with the tokens. Sure. Just get the angel out of here before it deals damage. I don't love this. Probably still going to attack with the runner, and my opponent might block with the orator and trade him off. Then that just leaves the 2 spirits, which is annoying, but decent. Also, I was under a little bit of pressure there with the time. I failed to play a Guildgate, which is pretty bad, actually. Rubblebelt Runner can't trade for a token, which is nice. I think a lot of people forget that this can't actually be blocked by tokens because it's mostly trinket text, but I get to trade it off there. 2 for 2. I'm glad someone played this against me so I can talk about it. Seraph of the Scales, in my opinion, is just an absolute bomb, and some people think just because it's a boring card that it's not a bomb, and I digress. Seraph of the Scales is real house. I play against this card all the time, and I don't know what it is about the card. I do know that not playing that Guildgate and timing out there really messed me up, but maybe I'll just draw a basic or another Guildgate. Now I'm in trouble, like actual real trouble. Opponent's at a very high life total, still has cards in hand. None of them are lands, presumably. They have 4 damage in the air. Sagittarius Volley again looking pretty good. Footlight Fiend is really good against Bush Strider. Twilight Panther as well. So, Ground Force coming in. Another Savage Smash, though. I think I'm still just going to play Clan Crusher. Don't think I'm going to trade Bush Strider here. I don't have very many ways to actually put counters on things, but if I do, then... Or if I draw, like, a Riot creature, then Clan Crusher can actually take out a Panther or something along those lines. As it is, I'm just taking 4 in the air like a chump. Can't really attack into my opponent's Twilight Panther. Both my creatures trade for their 2 1-drops, which is really annoying. Could go Savage Smash, Footlight Fiend, and attack with Crusher. This dies. Wow, this is bad. Also failed to play Guildgate again. Yeah, I'm playing really poorly. Maybe I Savage Smash Bush Strider here, but probably get blown out by whatever they have in hand. Alright, just thinking what my best bet is here. It's probably to minimize damage, right? If they have instant speed removal, then fine, they've got it. Alright, opponent's definitely got something here. Doesn't look like Grotesque Demise, otherwise they just snap it off here, right? Oh, they've got Final Payment. They're going to go ahead and kill Clan Crusher? Huh. That seems wrong. I think I would have sacked a Spirit to kill my thing. I still get the +2/+2 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 coming back at me. I think I'm just losing this game by a pretty wide margin. If I draw Rumbling, or if I draw Flames of the Raise Boar, then I'm in okay shape. Alright, now I'm in bad shape. Because Flames will no longer do it. Alright. Good game, opponent. The disconnect really got me there. Kind of sucked, but we get to sideboard a little bit here. We know our opponent's playing more flyers, and I'm definitely going to cut Bush Strider here. I probably shouldn't have brought that in against Fiend. Guess Wrecker is going to be better than it most of the time. Gift of Strength I like against people playing flyers in general. Clan Crusher looked okay. I don't actually have a lot of ways to put counters on things. Let's go ahead and cut the Beast. Alright, here's to a good game 3. If we lose it, we're out. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. This is a good hand. Twilight Panther would be annoying, but this is just a solid hand. If Twilight Panther trades for my 2-drop, even if it's a really good 2-drop, that's not the worst thing in the world. They do have the Footlight Fiend. It's fine. Opponent's got a good deck against ours. Things like the Panther and Final Payment and just the hard black removal spells are going to be good against us basically no matter what. See if they got both colors. They do. I'm probably just going to adapt and attack. But maybe not. Maybe it's right to just play runner and forego an attack for the turn. Opponent with the Final Payment here. Nope. That definitely tells me they have... I guess they could have a blocker. Alright, well, I'm just going to attack now since they did that. I could be running into Summary Judgment. That's going to get me regardless. I am not going to adapt. And I'll just play out Rubble Belt Runner. I'm going to put my opponent on Final Payment for right now, based on the pauses. But we'll see. No removal in our hand. But we've still got a good hand. Basic would be awesome draw. Huh. It's not exactly a good draw here. I'm going to attack with both and make my opponent just use a removal spell here. I'll go ahead and adapt. They'll probably Final Payment in response, but I'm not doing anything else this turn, so this is going to be my play regardless. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Oh, yeah, I guess I messed up there. I could have let the damage go through, and then when this targets that, adapt then. They still would have got me with the Grotesque Demise, but I would have cleared the Footlight Fiend. So I did make a mistake there. Blade Juggler. Very nice. Yeah, that actually messed us up a lot. That's a mistake that could cost us the game. Alright. So, do I offer a trade here? Yeah. I don't want my opponent building out too big of a board. I've got follow-up plays, which are nice. I'm going to give this haste. My opponent can trade Blade Juggler for either creature here. Either block, I think, is justifiable. Beastmaster is the better card, but that's kind of held back by Footlight Fiend anyway. Yeah, I wish... Yep, I messed up. But it's fine. It's fine. We can't clear the stage, so we're just on Renhorn, Rumble, and Ruin. Senate Griffin's okay. Alright. Cool. That's pretty good. Alright, so we've got some options here. I can play Renhorn with haste. Attack with both. They could double block Renhorn, let the Beastmaster through, which I think would be okay. Or they could trade either creature, trade Footlight Fiend for Beastmaster and take 4. Alternatively, I can play this as a 5/5, and then next turn play Rumble and Ruin, and then Footlight Fiend can't block. I do think they have Final Payment, though. Could also just play Rumble and Ruin, since it uses my mana better. I think it's probably still right to put pressure on them. Just attack with this. They want to double block, that's okay. I think they're going to take 4, though. Again, I'm highly suspecting they have final payment in their hand, which I'd rather them use on the Renhorn than the 6/6 in my hand. I'd also love to draw Flames of the Raise Boar or a black mana. Ugh, that's kind of gross. That's going to gain him 4 back and start hitting us pretty hard as well. Alright, well, let's attack Renhorn into it. Oh, we did draw Flames. So this plays around a trick pretty nicely. Like if they go block with Senate Griffin. Mortify. Alright, do I go Flames right now? Kill both their creatures? I think so. This gets the Footlight Fiend out of the way, leaves them with 2 cards. And my Beastmaster survives. I have Rumble and Ruin coming down. I go to 13, they're at 12. So this seems like a fair game. If I ever draw black mana with the Rumble and Ruin out, then I'm feeling great. So I think my best draw next turn is just Rakdos Guildgate. Sphinx of the Guild Pact. That is annoying. Alright. It's going to be a race. Let's see if their last card is in fact final payment. Then they have to take 5 for it. They could just have like a big flyer here. They have Grasp and Throw, I'm dead. They're attacking. Twilight Panther. Wow, how annoying is that? Come on, something. Oh, okay. Let's think for a second. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't going to cut it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1 turn too late. Maybe they let this 2 damage through. And then maybe I can clear the stage to kill that. And then 10 them next turn. Or, yeah. But that still kind of plays around us hopefully thinking they have nothing. We could draw Collision. Collision would win the game. Or it would at least kill the Sphinx. Debtor's Transport. That really messes things up too, doesn't it? Oh, God, we're out of the game. That's it. We lost. And I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Nope. They can trade both their creatures for both of ours. I don't even have a real target for clear the stage at that point. Alright, well, we're going to have to settle for 2 and 2. This is the first time in a long time I've actually net lost gems, but we got outplayed in a couple games. We just didn't quite make it there. Clear the stage doesn't do anything. I can't deal with the Sphinx is the bottom line here. So, if Rakdos Guildgate had been 1 turn earlier, I think we would have won. Even through this, I think we would have been decent. I'll let him go and kill me. You got it. That puts us out, though. So 2 and 2, disappointing. I thought our deck was fantastic, but didn't quite get there. And yeah, I misplayed this game. I could have gotten that Footlight Fiend off board earlier, and it totally mattered. That could have been the difference between us winning and losing, and we took the L. So we're going to go ahead and have to claim our 800 gems. Ugh. Don't like going backwards. I'll open some packs, though, and we'll call it a day. Weren't bad matches overall. There were some kind of non-bow matches. Some Mana Screw, some mulligans. I did win a mold of 5, though. Like, let's be real about that. Why is this a rare? Bedeck Bedazzle could have easily been, like, a common. Hub up. Alright, I'll take shocks. Need them for the standard videos. And let's end the note on a Mythic Wildcard. Cool. All right, so that's going to go ahead and do it. We got shafted and taken out 2-2 in a Ravnica Allegiance draft, but we still had some decent games, and we lost to some good cards, so we can't complain too much. Our first round opponent really put us on the edge there. Not Boros, the Rakdos deck we played early on with the Judith and the Bedevil, they just got us good, and we couldn't do anything about it. So that's going to do it for Ravnica Allegiance. I'm probably going to start Byforce soon, just because I think Byforce is fun, and I really enjoy those drafts. So stick with it. If you want to see more content from Mana Rocks, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on Twitter at MTG_Mana Rocks. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you all next time.